Hello, welcome to Spirit Cocktails. I'm your host, Peter. Today we're doing the classic cocktail. Well, it's classic if you ever follow my original Facebook page before I even started doing YouTube. Because this is part of an original set of cocktails I made for Walking Dead. This one's called The Harsh Reality. Also, if you follow Tootsie Bartender, it was on his show. Originally, when I had made it, I used Deja Vu Absinthe, which is green in color, so it kind of had more of that zombie look to it. I'm keeping the recipe exactly as is, because by itself is actually pretty good. And he made it with lucid absinthe, so well, I'm using lucid absinthe. So I'm curious to see how this actually tastes, because I never had the way he made it with lucid absinthe, because lucid is more sweeter, has kind of more of a fennel taste to it, compared to Deja Vu, which is basically just kind of that numbing wormwood green fairy color, whatever I'll call it. So it's definitely different. It's going to be similar, slightly changed, but overall potent and kind of disgusting looking. This is Irish cream. The Irish cream is to make it look really chunky. I don't have the same Irish cream I used the first time, which is actually Cool Spawn Irish cream, which is a really good Irish cream if you ever get a chance to check it out. It has more of that chocolatey, like, Irish cream flavor to it. But I haven't actually had a chance to get a hold of that anymore. But we're using Irish cream, but that kind of fits because this is a little darker. It's a zombie. It's rotting flesh. That would look more like rotting flesh than some white crap inside there. So, it actually adds more to the original character of it. But the whole idea why I'm doing this cocktail is because the other day we had the release of the Fear the Walking Dead cocktail I had, because the Fear the Walking Dead series started. And if you follow the Facebook page of The Walking Dead or AMC site or countless other things you can find information on The Walking Dead, they do state that the concept of this new series takes place mostly around the time when Rick was in a coma. Because when he first went into coma, didn't really have the zombies. It wasn't really like it is now if you ever watch Walking Dead. It was basically him, and he woke up to nothing but devastation and rotting flesh and dead, decaying bodies everywhere he looked. It was The Walking Dead. So this is actually that time between leading up to the original Walking Dead. So it's definitely something I wanted to bring back the original cocktail design. And the reason why it's called a harsh reality, because you're awoke to the reality that is now, instead of just your perfect, serene world. Now it's just undead, rotting flesh everywhere you turn. So this is a harsh reality. It's going to look a little bit of a harsh reality because it's going to be chunky and nasty, but still tastes pretty good, surprisingly. Let's show you exactly how this one was made. It's actually been about 2 years since I made this cocktail, so I'm definitely interested in trying it out again because I forgot what it even tastes like. It's been so long. Other than absinthe. Obviously it tastes like that. What we're going to do first is do a shake and strain. Because we're going to add the first three main ingredients, which would be Bacardi 151 because, well, you're a zombie. It's going to turn you into a zombie. You could be a little drunk. And then your absinthe and your peach schnapps because the original idea was he found a kid. The kid was the zombie and symbolizes innocence with a child, but is not exactly innocent because it's dead. It's there to kill you. So that's hence where it comes from. So to do it, we're going to add a half ounce of Bacardi 151. Now, since it's actually around about the beginning of me actually starting at making cocktails, I'm still pretty new on it. I'm learning different techniques and things like that. The thing is like when you have your three spirits, there's no thick liqueurs, nothing in there. You don't really have to shake and strain. But to keep this true to the original cocktail, I'm going to shake and strain it. It's going to help emulsify everything a little bit more because it's going to help bring this potency down. That's where it does help. But usually, the rule of thumb is if it's clear liquids, stir it. If it's something I say you put, I don't know, amaretto in there, or let's just say like a sour mix or any fruit juices, that's your shake effect. So now for the absinthe, we're taking a half ounce of that. if you want to keep true to the official way of doing it, then you can just stir it. Otherwise, you can do it my original way from 2 years ago when I was still learning, which is the shake and strain. Then we're taking an ounce of your peach schnapps. I definitely smell that fennel. All up in my nose hole. I need to get some more peach schnapps. Stuff goes by pretty quick. Then I want to give that a shake and strain. This is definitely syrupy. So then you want to take that, top that with some ginger beer. Then you're taking your Irish cream and you're doing about just roughly a 1/4 ounce. You're not really doing too much because you're basically just drizzling on top. Yeah, my recipe card, I forgot to write it. Actually, let's up that a little bit more. It's actually an ounce. So now I actually see it, it is on there. Here's where it gets interesting. Chunky. Then I want to add some grenadine. Just a little bit, so let's do it this way. A 1/4 ounce. Just drizzle on the glass. Oh, that looks so yummy. But it is the harsh reality. Walking Dead cocktail. Now, this is a very interesting style of cocktail. As it has been a couple years since I made it, and now I'm actually looking at it. It does look different by using the lucid absinthe than it would with the digital bowl, because for one, it's not green, but you do have that more of a thick color to it. But that just looks really disgusting, to say the least. But see how it tastes. Actually pretty good. The Irish cream, once you get past the congealed mess of globbiness that it actually is, it's pretty good. You're getting a nice fennel flavor you're getting from that lucid absinthe. It's not overpowering. The grenadine adds a little bit more of a sweetness to it. Then you have just the Bacardi 151. It does make it potent, but not too potent. But it's actually fairly sweet, because that's one thing about the lucid absinthe. It's sweet as hell. The original digital that I used, it didn't really have a really strong sweetness, because most of your sweetness is coming from everything else, well, minus that, but nothing really from the digital absinthe, because it's not sweet. But this one has a good potency to it, and it's actually, other than the look, that's the most disgusting part of it, it actually tastes pretty good. A little chunky too. But definitely, if you had a chance to watch the Walking Dead series, post below the Fear the Walking Dead. If you, because this is actually recorded before premiere, so I don't know the full premise until it actually comes on. But the idea is they're saying it's between the time that he was actually in the coma. So if you guys had a chance to watch it, comment below what you think of the series, and how accurate it was with the idea of how they were doing it. But also, let me know what you guys think of this cocktail, other than the fact it just looks really disgusting, to say the least. It looks like there's literally a brain in there. Yeah, that is chunky as, well, it's like a better term, chunky as fuck. But let me know what you guys think. Be sure to like us on Facebook.com/Beer Cocktails. Subscribe to our channel. Send your recipes below. Donate our Patreon account. Any ideas you have, I'm always willing to see them. But as always, drink responsibly.